Another week. Let's try and be an adult today. Ooh. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? You people are not coming with good intention. You're just trying to tear me down.
The father has to do what the father has to do. And now it's bring out his wallet and tap for me too.
This is where the organs are jamming themselves.
Don't carry before you marry.
I see sometimes from this. Bam. That's an organ mentality right there. I was just watching, I saw myself. Look at this boy. So funny. What are you talking about? The only option is who? The Oga of London. Any other option counterfeit. So let them know. Subscribe. Hi guys, it's Clinton Oga of London here, and welcome to Trying to Be an Adult with Clinton, the Oga of London. So guys, today we're going to talk about a topic that I think half the time the world revolves around it. Like either you're in one, or your friend is in one, your family's in one, and you're in their business as they're in one, or you know, some celebrity is in one and you're in their business as they're in one. It's just an unavoidable conversation, an unavoidable topic. And I feel like the topic only gets louder. Literally, the saxophones only get louder when it comes to this topic as we try and become this thing that they call an adult. So, guys, today we're here to talk about relationships. Yep. And some of you may already know, yeah, this guy over here, he's an expert when it comes to this relationship thing. Just go and check out the IG rules. Check it out. This guy is dishing out the advice, dishing out the responses that your friends want to give you, but they're too afraid to say so. Or those that are saying it, they're being tagged as, oh, they're blunt. I'm the one that makes them feel like, do you know what? I'm not alone in this blunt world, because some of us need to be real with you lot that are in relationships and have no business being there. So it's our responsibility. We have taken it upon ourselves and we do it very, very well. But yeah, check out Clinton the Oga on Instagram, TikTok, and you already know that this department is my expertise. That's why today I think we're going to talk about it with some ease. Right, isn't that just a bar there? Isn't that a bar? I've been telling people, just thank God I don't take this music thing seriously. As of yet, who knows what tomorrow holds? But as of yet, we ain't taking it seriously. That's why Jay-Z can still hold the position that he holds. Because if I do enter the booth, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day for some people, ain't for me. For me, it's gonna be a quick success. But for others, they may be shaking. They may be shaking. But guys, let's talk about relationships. And why I feel like relationships are a big part of this season of adulting is because I feel like once that chapter of okay, being in school is over and it's like, okay, we're not adults, you quickly see this shift in the conversation. When you're in school, nobody wants to be hearing from you. No parents, especially those of us that are coming from African backgrounds, like, no parent wants to be hearing a guy talking about a girl or the girls in the family talking about boys. Any conversation like that is like, what are you talking about? My friend, go and read your books. Why are you not reading your books? Do you want to end up like this person? My friend, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. You should not be talking about anything like this. Any conversation that's even hinting at relationship when you're in this season of being in school, being a student, is quickly shut down. It's like, that should not be what you're thinking about right now. Your mind should just be, concentration should just be completely on books. But just finish that school and close your eyes. Open them back up. The tune will quickly change. But where's your husband? Where's your wife? When are you getting married? When are you going to start giving me grandchildren? Me, I want to be young. I want to be able to run around with my grandchildren. When are you going to start bringing grandchildren? Where is that wife that you want us to go and marry? When are we going to go and pay her bride price? And it's like, you say where? You say where? Yesterday. Why not just telling me that, oh, I should be married to my books? How is it today now you want me to go and start bringing human beings that I'll marry? From where to where? No, now from where to where? When you do not give me the room or the permission to go and explore what is in the world, let me see, okay, who is it that when I finish graduating now, I'll come the next day and say, okay, this is my wife. When I wanted to go out there and do that, you tell me, read your books, read your books. What are you talking about? Just reading your books, just be reading your books. Now, you want me to bring wife from where? Did they tell you that overnight they used to carve out wife? For the girls, overnight they used to carve out husband. It's not like that. It's not like that. I saw you people may think that, this boy is here cracking jokes. I'm not cracking jokes. This is very, very real. This is very, very real. Where are my fellow Africans in the house? Where are my fellow Nigerians in the house? Let them know I'm not talking a lie here. This is literally a reality. The conversation quickly shifts. Once you're done with school, you know, once you're done with uni, anything you want to do after that one, if you like go and do masters, if you like go and do PhD, that won't concern you. As far as you have done the basics, okay, the conversation quickly shifts. And it's a conversation of like, okay, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? And it's like, what are you talking about? What is that? What is that? And it's actually so it's just so wild. It's really just so wild. Like you guys may think I'm joking, but honestly, I literally have a real story that perfectly encapsulates what I'm talking about. So what happened here? Like shortly after I finished uni, I don't think this was up to a month after I finished uni. Shortly after I finished uni, my auntie called me and she was just like checking in. You know, the standard conversation after you're done with uni. Okay, like what's next? What are the plans and everything like that. And I was telling her my plans, and she was like trying to suggest I take one route, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Like it didn't matter how she was trying to phrase it because she was trying to convince me, like, to do for me, even if you don't want to do, just go and do for me. This is that. I was just like, no, 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 no. I finished doing the one for you lots. Now I'm done. Okay, no. So when she now saw that, okay, I'm not budging here. That's how this my auntie. The next thing that came out of her mouth was, okay, so when are you getting married? Hmm? When is it you're going to bring your wife? I said, is this one even a word to it? Because how now? No, now, how? We're talking about, oh, we have just finished university. Now, the conversation is, when are you getting married? If I was to say I'm getting married today, you know, I could sponsor the wedding, even though they probably are, but that's not the point. Okay. If I was to say I'm getting married today, are you going to follow me to my matrimonial house? Are you going to pay the bills? Are you going to, look after? Okay, they probably want to look after the kids. But like, key thing, are you going to pay the bills of my house? Are you going to help me grow this my family into what is meant to be as a family? What are you talking about? No, some of these parents actually sometimes should sit down and listen to themselves. Because please, what are you talking about? What do you mean I should go and bring my wife? From where? From even if I was to bring my wife, should you not be scared? And it's like, if I'm telling guys I want to get married now, should you not be scared? What are you going there to do? What are you going there to do? Because that's the question you really should be asking yourself. Because I know there are people that have this mindset of like, oh yeah, I need to get married. I need to get married. They finish school and it's like, okay, where's my wife? Where is my husband? I don't know whether guys will talk about it as much as girls. Because me personally, the conversation that I have with guys, that is to be frank, that is not a thing that comes up. If you're talking about girl, it's not in the tone of marriage, to be frank. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, that's just the truth about us when we finish, school. I don't think we just sleep and wake up and start thinking about marriage. I don't think so. Me personally, I am not. And it's not because I'm thinking about women in any kind of other way. It's just that that is not relationship is not something that is in my mind in any way, shape, or form at the moment. I feel like there are things that I know that I need to be concentrating on right now in this season of my life, and relationship is not one of them. So I'm not gonna. It's not something I'm looking for. It's not something that crosses my mind. It's just as simple as that. So that is me. Then, and I feel like maybe a number of us guys were kind of like in the same mind frame because what are we going into relationship to do right now? If I get into relationship and okay, I cannot provide for my wife. If I provide for my wife, it's the same you people that will ask me, Clinton, how do you want to start providing for your wife? Why did you go and bring somebody you cannot take care of? That'll be the next conversation. After they have told me to go and bring out wife food, the next conversation will be, Clinton, why is your wife complaining? Why are you not paying this bill? Why are you not doing this for her? Why are you not doing? I say, isn't it the same people that told me to enter the marriage? I don't enter now. So now you should be helping me to answer this next question. Since people ask me to answer it, they'll not help you to answer it. They'll not help you to answer. So that's why you people, let's just continue our conversation. Okay? Because we'll get there. We'll address you lots that are in that group that are listening to outside noises. But yeah, I just said all of this to, really bring a real life example to how quickly the conversation does shift. And like I said, me personally, I know that this is not something that I have no desire. See that the desire is not there. It's not there right now for a relationship for me. Okay, that's just the truth. And I feel like it's because I'm honest with myself that I don't think that I'm in a good position to be in a relationship. I don't know what I'm going to be doing inside a relationship with somebody. Like my honestly, right now I'm in a season in my life where, to be frank, all I think about is myself. When I have time, okay, I'm thinking about my family, I'm thinking about my friends. So where is the space for somebody that is meant to take up the special position as my girl in my life when that is so much how I think? You get even things like that. It doesn't even have to go as far as the finances. Just even my thought process. I don't think there is space for that. To be frank with you lot, and I actually do not even deep down to know. It's only now that I'm talking, I'm like, wow, that's actually true, you know. That is actually because sometimes I feel like it's very quick to say, oh yeah, it's very easy to say that, oh yeah, like, I'm trying to build up my career before looking into, getting into a relationship. Because we know as much as, girls are doing their thing, girls are, bringing in their own, what is the word, contribution to a relationship, contribution to a household. But I feel like it's natural that as a man there's certain things that you want to be able to comfortably do when it comes to being in a relationship, being, starting up a family, things like that. So if I know that, I'm not capable of doing those things, why why logically should I be attempting to get into a relationship? Is it so that my girl will be crying and be telling me, oh, Clinton, you don't do this for me. Clinton, why have we not gone on holiday? Oh, Clinton, why have you not met my parents? Oh, Clinton, why are you not present? This is like, why would I put myself in that position? For what? So that you can tell me that, oh, yeah, Clinton's in a relationship. For what reason? So that instead of relationship to bring peace, instead of it to bring me joy, and it's not even the girl's fault. It is my fault because I entered a relationship that I knew I was not ready for. You get, and I just feel like that is my personal stance when it comes to relationship right now in this season of trying to be an adult. And like I said, I know that the conversation quickly shifts, and as much as parents or family members are, a lot of the time it's them that are quickly shifting the conversation. I feel like even us as a generation, I feel like our mindset has also our own mindset within also quickly shifts as we end that season of maybe being young members of society to now being adults. You can quickly see the change in the conversation. It's like your friends are telling, like my female friends will be telling me like, oh, mom, when am I going to get married? When am I going to find my husband? When am I going to, enter my husband's house? This, that. So they don't even need the outside pressure. Within themselves, their mindset has already shifted that, oh, this is what is expected of me. This is what I need to be doing. This is what I believe I should want. Because that's even another thing. Whether it is something you truly want is something people should be honest with themselves about. Like, do you really want to be in a relationship right now? If you get into a relationship, are you going to be happy? Even with, you know, that person aside, as much as yeah, that person will bring you happiness, are you going to be happy being in a relationship? These are questions that I feel like we really need to ask ourselves and be honest about. Because as much as, you know, yeah, that chapter is over. Naturally, a lot of us we want to start looking towards getting into a relationship, getting married, start having our families and stuff like that. But like everything else, I think it's very much an individual journey. And that is what we really need to start being aware of, accept it, and living it for those of us that are navigating this season of adulting. It's not just because, okay, this chapter has closed, I'm now an adult, these are the things I'm meant to be doing. And one of those checklist boxes is, getting into a relationship and progressing into marriage and so on and so forth. Like, it will happen for those of us that want it. It will happen, and there's a right time for it. There are people that, of course, they'll get married in their 20s, early 20s, 21 and that. Those that will get married in their mid 20s, those that will get married in their 30s, so on and so forth. But that is the thing that we really need to accept that it is going to be different for everybody. Everything when it comes to this adulting, I believe it is just an individual, unique journey for everybody. As much as it looks like, oh yeah, all these maybe you're the only single person in your friend circle, you know, some of those people, yeah, it may end up well for them. Some of them, that may just be number one of the next five relationships that they're going to go through. See, so I just feel like we really need to be confident in living out our own journey when it comes to life. And if you know that, you know, deep within yourself, be honest with yourself. should I be in a relationship? Really ask yourself, because the fact is, some of you have no business being in a relationship. And as much as I'd be joking on Instagram and all them ones like, oh yes, my friends, I'm always cussing out some friend, like, what are you doing there? You are the one that causes for yourself. Why are you inside relationship? That kind of thing. It's really the truth. It is really the truth. Like, there are those of us that we have no business being inside a relationship. It doesn't matter that, okay, we're adults now. We have no business being inside a relationship as for now. And that is fine. That's what we need to accept. Because at the end of the day, if we try and force it, the same way we have forced ourselves into this relationship, it's the same way we're going to be forced out of the relationship, because it's not meant to be. And I feel like that's why you even, I've been saying that I feel like the divorce rate is definitely, growing. And I feel like it's growing at a faster rate. People are not lasting as long inside marriage. Very quickly, people have no, I was about to say shame, but I don't think something you should be ashamed of. But people are not wasting time. If they enter the marriage, they don't like what they see, they're out. Some people are not reaching out to say, yeah, they're out. And it's like, I feel like it's quite established that this our generation, we're not an endurance kind of generation. So because we know that about ourselves, why on God's earth do we want to rush it? Why on God's earth are we trying to, take this step based off of other people's timelines, other people's opinions, you know, all the signs are leading to do not take this step, and you're forcing your leg to take the step. Why? Because, oh, I'm an adult, I need to be taking this step. But we know that this generation, if whether adult or not, if I go inside there, I don't like what I've seen, I'm out. So why waste our time? Why waste your time? Instead, you could just own it, own your life, own your journey, and say that, be honest with yourself that, wow, this is where I'm at right now, and this is probably not something that is meant to be in my life right now. When it's meant to be, and it will happen. And at least then we know that, okay, you know, we have done this part well, and we're gonna enjoy this part. Not the one that we're just entering for the sake of being an adult. As quickly as we enter this, as quickly as some people are now spending more time planning their weddings than they are actually in the marriage. How do we get there? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's rather mind-boggling to me, because how is it that, oh, within these how many months we have seen something that we were not seeing before marriage? I get people are like, oh yeah, maybe they're not living together, maybe there's a different side to him. But that's why I recommend this prayer to people, because this is a prayer that I pray for my family, my friends. As much as me, I'm not in a relationship, I'm not really bothered about being in a relationship right now. But people around me is something that, they have on their mind, and they're actively going after. And there's some that they become very, very serious. And that is when my prayer too becomes very, very serious. And I encourage you not to also, you know, take up the answer in your prayer when you yourself, you're inside serious relationship, and other people around you are inside serious relationship. Because let's be avoiding unnecessary calamity. Mhm. And this is the prayer. God, if this is not meant for me, if this is not meant for my person, expose it. Expose it, expose it, expose it. Scatter it in any way that you need to scatter it. Scatter it. Scatter it, because me, yeah, I prefer a broken engagement than a broken marriage. Just the legal fees enough is just the legal fees alone is enough for us to know that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So if we can avoid this unnecessary calamity, let's avoid it. Because I know some of you have coconut heads, but this might when I pray that prayer, even the coconut must break. It must, because God will show you the one that even your coconut cannot withstand. The sense that this my prayer has brought out, I'm telling people, go and pray it for yourself, because we really need to, you know. I feel like the key thing about being an adult, well, at least for me, what I want for myself out of being an adult is being the best individual that I can be for myself. And that is in everything, in my relationship, in my career, in my finances, spiritually, you know, family life. That is the goal. So anything that is going to deter me from that goal, let it be exposed. Let's address it and let's move forward from it, especially before it is somewhat too late. Or, if we can avoid it, let's avoid it now. Do you get me? And I feel like that is my goal for, yeah, being an adult, is uh to be the best adult for myself. And I feel like that should be everybody's goal, when it comes to navigating the season of adulting, navigating the season of trying to become an adult. Okay, who is it that I've been called to be as an adult in this world? And how am I gonna be that in every way, shape, or form? Not according to other people's timelines, not according to other people's opinions, not according to the noise. No, none of that. Who am I meant to be as an adult? And own it. That wow, this is what I've been called to be. This is who I've been called to be. And living it unapologetically. Because this living life for everybody else, according to everybody's timeline, I just think it's a recipe for disaster. That's the way I look at it. And I don't like disaster. I don't have time for disaster. I'm really, I love peace. I love joy. I love harmony. I love, I love positive stuff. So anything that's gonna bring negativity, let's. I'm the biggest advocate for let's avoid it. So that's just me, and I just feel like trying to be an adult according to other people's time scales, according to other people's aspirations, other people's goals. As far as it's not meant for you, I don't think it's gonna end well. So let's try and avoid that. I just think that is my take when it comes to being an adult generally. But yeah, back to the whole relationship talk of it all. Yeah, again, I just think it's another thing that we need to be making the right decisions for ourselves. You know, not just because okay, I'm an adult now, this is a step I need to be taking. I'm just going to take with anybody. Because I also do feel like as much as you feel like okay, I'm at this age, this is the step I need to be taking. I've finished this chapter of my life. Now I'm, someone adult. This is the step I need to be taking. And you can see that you're actually trying to. Oh, guys, I need to be done with this soon. I need to post something. I feel like I talk to people and you can, based off of their stories, you can tell that, despite your efforts, this thing is not working. And I'm here to tell you, there's a reason for that. And we need to start accepting that. There's a reason why you go outside and nobody is stepping to you. There's a reason why nobody has called your phone today. There's a reason why nobody has entered your DMs. There is a reason why nobody has even commented heart eyes. There is a reason because there is a time for everything, and God wants to make it loud and clear to you that in this season, I need you to go and self develop. That's what you need to be doing. You don't have business inside the relationship. And that is fine because without this self development, if you like enter a relationship, you're still going to end back in this place. See you, people, this has to stop again. See me, you people think I'm some pastor. No, 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 it's just wisdom, it's from God. Okay. You'll still end up back in this same position that you're in right now. And that is, yearning for more. Yearning for more relationship wise because you are probably taking the wrong step. So that's as much as I know people are like, they want these things for themselves. Like own it, own it and accept that okay, maybe this is not what is meant for me right now, and there's something I need to work on right now. Because even as much as I keep saying even as much as okay, maybe I should try saying something else because but yeah, as much as makes sense for the sentence. As much as yeah, you're done with this chapter, age wise, naturally according to time frames, relationship maybe the next right step. But that relationship, that marriage, it actually requires tools and facilities. And do you have them is the question. Do you have them? I know some of us we can say, okay, we're waiting to try and get our careers together, get our money up before we take that step. And I know some people can combat that argument saying that I want to be a housewife. Men are out here wanting to be a house husband now. And because of that, they'll think that, oh, what am I waiting for? It's not just to enter somebody's house. But do you know what it means to be a housewife? Do you know what it means to be a house husband? Do you know the facilities that are required? Do you know you know, the tools, the characteristics that are required? As I'm just thinking about it, if I'm and I don't know whether marrying a housewife is for me, but if I'm to marry a housewife, yeah, let me talk from a place of a son, okay? Let's talk from a place of, because sometimes I feel like I am performing the duties of a wife, not in any vulgar way. But guys, yeah, as a son, I know what it takes for me to go to my father and present him that okay, daddy, these are the things that we need to do, in terms of the house, in terms of maybe something that needs to be bought. Oh, oh my god, a vacation that we need to go on. You understand? I know the negotiation skills that goes into that. So imagine being a wife, negotiating house bills, negotiating, grocery bills, negotiating, vacation bills, negotiating, oh, couple gets away, negotiating the next birthday that you want to get. Do you have the facilities to go and be negotiating with somebody right now? Ask yourself, do you have the facilities to be indoors, majority of your time, taking care of, the child that you and somebody else produce? But because you have said that I'm going to be a housewife, I'm a house husband, all your time is going to be dedicated to that, and you're probably going to invest more time than the other person. Do you have the facilities for that? Do you have the facilities to maybe be cooking every day? Do you have the bandwidth, the strength, the discipline to be doing that yet? So be honest with yourself. It's not just because, oh yeah, this chapter has closed, that means I'm meant to enter this chapter. No, everybody's time scale is different. And some of us, yes, everybody's time scale is simply just different. And we need to do things according to your time scale. Even if it's housewife, you want to, no problem. No problem. But it does not mean that, oh, as I finish school, that is immediately, that's why I'm meant to go and be doing. Because you may just not be ready. And that is fine. Okay? And with all of this being said, yeah, congratulations to those that are thriving in relationship, swiftly move from being in school to relationship, or even enter relationship in school and have carried it on after school. Congratulations to you lot. It's all well and good. As far as you know, it's the best decision for you. That's what we're here to promote. Being the best kind of adults for ourselves, first and foremost. And naturally, you'll be the best individual for everybody around you. So I just feel like that is the goal over here. But yeah, guys, I believe you guys should have gotten the message with these few words of mine. So I think that's going to be all when it comes to our take on relationships in this season of adulting. And yeah, that's going to be that. In the meantime, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like, make sure you comment, share your thoughts, share your stories on navigating relationships while trying to become an adult, while navigating this season of adulting. Share your story, share your opinions. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comment section. We'll really appreciate. Make sure to share. Like, if you feel like your parents are not getting what you're saying in, like, oh, I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now, send them this video. Send it to them. This can help you probably so that they can better understand. Send them this video. That's what I'm here to do. Speak on the people's behalf. Speak the truth to this season of adulting. That is what I'm here to do. Okay. And yeah, guys, keep being the orgas that you want to be. If you're already an orga, well done, you're on the right path of life. If you're not yet an orga, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you not hearing us, guys? We're striving to be the best versions of ourselves. So you should be an orga. Be an orga. Okay? But yeah, guys, for now, I think that's going to be all from this orga. We'll see you again next week. For now, this orga is going to be out. Bye, guys. Whew, that went well. You people are not coming with good intention. You're just trying to tear me down.
The father has to do what the father has to do. And now it's bring out wallet and tap for me too.
This is where the organs are jamming themselves.
Don't carry before you marry.
Oh, my sis, I can't stop this, sis. Bam. That's an organ mentality right there. I was just watching, I saw myself. Look at this boy. So funny. What are you talking about? The only option is who? The Oga of London. Any other option counterfeit. So let them know. Subscribe.